What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
Prepare for a lot of drama. In a nutshell, it seems like Dominic West is the reason for Lily James not returning for Downton Abbey: A New Era. But this information is nothing compared to the shocking details we're about to uncover. Therefore, keep watching. Lily James is not coming back for Downton Abbey 2? Let's be honest here. Lily James was the perfect addition to Downton Abbey. Her character brought the very much needed freshness into the series. While there are a lot of fans recognizing Lily thanks to her performance in Downton, the English actress became really famous with the 2015 live-action adaptation of Cinderella, where she played opposite Scottish actor Richard Madden. James has everything for the ideal portrayal of a Disney princess, but if we're being completely honest with you, we prefer the rebellious Lady Rose in Downton Abbey, a character who stole our hearts the second she made her debut. Despite being one of the most loved characters in the series, James didn't appear in the first Downton Abbey movie, a film that was released in 2019. You would think, well, she was probably busy with plenty of upcoming projects under her belt. But no, Lily didn't appear in the first film because her character was not a good fit for the story. My character Rose moved off to New York, so it would be far-fetched to bring her back, explained James. The actress then explained that she was actually disappointed that she didn't appear in the film, adding that there was no space for Rose. If the creator of Downton, Julian Fellowes, thought James's character has no fit for the story used in the first film, we completely understand, since the film focused on the Queen and King's visit to Downton. But with the sequel to the film having a freer plot, we can't see why James is not given the chance to return and reprise her role, which would bring so much joy to all those dedicated Downton Abbey fans. Over the years, James has confirmed how close she is to her Downton co-stars. She keeps in touch with Laura Carmichael, who plays Edith, and Michelle Dockery, who plays Lady Mary in the series. So, what exactly is the reason for her absence from the sequel? Let's get into the details, shall we? Dominic West. Dominic West is one of the new cast additions for the sequel to the 2019 film Downton Abbey. On April 19, 2021, it was confirmed that he will make a debut in New Era along with other cast members, including Hugh Dancy, Laura Haddock, and Nathalie Baye. These new characters are about to completely change the course of Downton, with a potential affair between Lady Mary and Hugh Dancy's character. Only time will tell if this is true. But since Mary's husband is nowhere to be found in the promotion footage for the sequel, this theory seems pretty reliable. Anyway, star Elizabeth McGovern talked about the new characters and, of course, their purpose in the sequel. In an interview with the Daily Mail, she confirms that Dominic West and Laura Haddock will play two 1920s Hollywood silent movie stars. West said it was very daunting joining the cast of Downton Abbey, and he also talked about his first day on set. When talking about it, he mentioned Dame Maggie Smith, who is, believe it or not, 87, and confirmed to reprise her iconic role for the sequel. The actress plays Violet Crawley, and according to him, Smith is the funniest woman alive. In a recent podcast hosted by Jacqueline Coley and Anita Rani, West said, "I'd never been to Highclere Castle before. You go up to the drive, and you come over the brow of the hill, and there it is. It's like some Disney castle, and you can't quite believe it's real." Then, he explained his experience with his co-stars, noting that he spent a whole day or two even with Dame Maggie Smith. "I was sitting next to her at that famous dining table," he shared. Oh, he also said that he was like a kid in a candy shop throughout filming the sequel. You're probably wondering, what is the link between James and West? Well, make yourself an English tea and prepare for the entire dramatic saga between these two, Dominic West and Lily James. West and Lily have actually worked together on a project before. The Pursuit of Love with Dominic West and Lily James was released in May 2021. The series was highly anticipated, mostly because of the rumors surrounding Lily and Dominic after the pair were snapped kissing in Rome. So, what exactly happened between the two leads of The Pursuit of Love? Well, it all started in October 2020, when pictures of Lily and Dominic kissing while riding a scooter and having lunch in Rome appeared on the internet. This would have been described as a new perfect Hollywood romance emerging if only West hadn't been married to Catherine Fitzgerald since 2010. And naturally, the images were the reason for the newest Hollywood scandal. Most people believed this scandal will stay forever, ignored by the stars of the series. But no, James, West, and Catherine actually addressed the photographs. Shortly after the pictures took the world by storm, West and his wife issued a handwritten statement. In it, they stated that their marriage is strong and they are very much still together. But just a month later, a source told The Sun that Fitzgerald was thinking to divorce West. Catherine has told those closest to her that Dominic has admitted having feelings for Lily. A family friend explained. She has since told the people closest to her their marriage is as good as over now, and she doesn't think there is a way past this. You see, even after this, West and James had to promote the series. After all, they signed a contract. In order to do this with no future complications, they cut all contract. An insider back then said Dom hadn't talked to Lily properly since and promised his wife he would never speak to her again and he can't call her. There is concern about what she is going to say about their brief fling and her side of the story. The insider spoke in an interview with The Sun, and they additionally declared that Lily is expected to talk, but her version of events could be very different to the one he told his wife. Lily actually talked a bit later, and her version is indeed different from the one from West. It was a lot. For those of you wondering, yes, West is still married to Catherine. They've been married for 12 years. Now, let's hear James's version of the story. According to the actress, the entire situation was a lot. After what seemed like a decade, Lily decided to share her own story regarding the photos that show her and West embracing in the streets of Rome. What's even worse is the fact that Dominic removed his wedding ring during these events. Back when Dominic and his wife were defending their marriage, Lily stayed silent, but she later told in an interview with Rolling Stone that women in the public eye deal with a lot and they have no privacy whatsoever. It was a lot. It's a story as old as time, she further explained. After the pictures appeared on the internet, Lily decided to stay tight-lipped, and she didn't give an explanation. She subsequently said to The Guardian, I'm not really willing to talk about that. There is a lot to say, but not now, I'm afraid. Why would she feel afraid? What's there to be afraid of? Do you guys have any theory about this? Based on all of this, we presume Lily's absence from the sequel to Downton Abbey has a lot to do with Dominic West being one of the new cast additions. There's just no way for the two of them to appear on yet another film together. Don't you think so? The entire situation gets worse once you discover that Dominic played James's father in The Pursuit of Love. But let's get back to Downton. The upcoming sequel will feature the entire already familiar cast from the series, except for James. The sequel will be released on April 29, 2022. On a related note, what are your hopes for it? And of course, what do you think is the reason for James not coming back to reprise her role? Do you actually believe she didn't want to appear because of Dominic West? Let us know down in the comments section below. If you enjoyed our video, make sure to subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. As always, thanks for watching.